everyone, and welcome to today's video. My name is Kenzie. If you did not know that, now you know. And you guys, today I'm going to be talking to you about some bags that I think are no longer worth their money.
So until then, just wait.
If this is your first time ever seeing me, then hello, my name is Kenzie. I'm so happy to have you. I make a lot of videos on handbags, luxury fashion, travel, but mostly handbags. I love those a lot. So if any of that sounds fun to you, if you like the idea, then I would ask that you consider clicking the subscribe button and give this video a like, and ding the little bell down there so that you're notified every time I upload. But without any further ado, let's jump on into the video. The world of luxury handbags. A lot of designers make them, and a lot of consumers buy them. I was gonna say consume them, but you know, buy them. And depending on how popular a certain handbag will be, the producer, the luxury house, will start creeping up the prices ever so slightly, a couple times a year, once a year. It could be a small increase, it could be a large increase, Chanel, and it could be somewhere kind of in the middle. But after a while, you're talking about a tiny little Louis Vuitton pochette that is now like $2,000. I don't actually know if it's $2,000, I was just giving an example. Basically what I'm getting at are these luxury houses creeping up the prices ever so often, and it's making some of their bags become not worth the money anymore because people don't think the quality is there. People think it could be a little outdated for the price. People could think that they're just not willing to spend that amount of money on a bag. They were happy to spend $1,000 on this bag, but now that it's $1,300, So I wanted to go through some bags that I have on my list here and tell you why I think they're no longer worth the money. And number one, at the very top of the list, we're starting off strong today. Number one is going to be the one and only classic flap, baby. Yeah, so this is my Chanel classic flap. This is vintage because Lord knows I can't afford to buy a newer version, but I literally don't care. I love this thing to absolute pieces. It's my favorite bag that I own. I drooled and like yearned for this bag so much, so I'm so happy that I have it. I don't care that it's vintage. I personally love the vintage look, but this right here, even the vintage ones now are just going up and up and up in price. Chanel did do a price increase, I want to say about a month ago, month and a half ago. It didn't come to the United States, believe it or not. That's so strange. It was only for, it was like Europe, China, and some other places, but it didn't hit the US, but I guarantee you we're gonna get one here soon. In the United States, a new small Chanel classic flap is $8,200. $8,200 hairs. Yes, and then the price increase in like England and Europe and stuff, I don't know the prices exactly, but in the UK, I want to say the small Chanel classic flap is now like 7,000 pounds. I don't quote me if I'm wrong because I don't know that. And then in Europe, it's not any cheaper. It's just nuts, you guys. And the thing is that Chanel keeps putting these price increases up because people keep buying the bags, especially in the pre-loved market. Myself, we're just buying the bags like crazy, like hotcakes. So they're just like, ha ha ha, people are gonna buy the bags no matter what the price is, so they're just gonna keep putting them up. But I think Chanel has actually started to hit its peak because people are starting to like realize that the quality, especially in the newer bags, are not as good as the older bags. People are starting to catch on that if you buy a bag for $8,200 in the Chanel store, normally for the past couple of years, you were able to walk out of the store and resell it and get your money back, if not more, on the pre-loved market. But now people are walking out of the store and they're having to sell it directly for the retail price or even below that because people are just not buying them as much anymore. They still are, but I just don't think that people are jumping at the gun to buy the Chanel bag as much as they were. I just think that Chanel's trying to be Hermes too much. I love Chanel. I'm a Chanel fangirl and I always will be a Chanel fangirl. I love the Chanel look. I love the product. I just like it a lot. It's my vibe, even though what I'm wearing right now does not fit Chanel. But you best believe I would wear my Chanel bag with this hoodie. And I would walk around like this because I can dress up this bag, I can dress it down. It's just so versatile. I love it. They're not worth it anymore. They're not gonna spend nearly $10,000 that they could have saved for a Birkin bag or a Kelly or something from Hermes. They're not gonna spend it on Chanel because Chanel is not Hermes. Number 2 I have on my list is the Dior Book Tote. I do not own one of these. I love them. I wanted to get one of these for the longest time, but now I no longer want one just because I've seen a lot of reviews on the Dior Book Tote and they're still stunning, beautiful, immaculate, oh my god, but I've heard that they're very heavy just by themselves without anything in it. They're very heavy, especially carry on your shoulder. If you're using it as like a luggage bag, like on an airplane, putting it on top of your suitcase, it's probably not that bad. But if you're using it as a tote bag from day to day, I've heard that it's not very practical for that. But also, I just no longer think that it is worth the money just in general because Dior is the same with increasing their prices, and it's weird that Dior is doing it because Dior bags don't have that much of a resale value anyways. Like the Lady Dior in there that I have that I love with my entire heart, I got in Italy for 3,200 bucks, and in America I think that bag now is like over $5,000, which is still insane. And I'm so happy that I got it when I did because there's no way in hell I'd be able to get that now. And the Dior Book Tote just keeps going up and up in price as well. And I know they come out with these really, really cool, intricate patterns and stuff, you know, every collection, and that's great. And if that's something that you're into, then I think that you should still get it. If the Dior Book Tote is something that you're really looking at, then I think that you love it for the artwork. You love it, of course, to use it, but you also love the design, you love the artwork, you love the craftsmanship that goes into it. That's definitely a huge factor because the Dior Book Totes are like embroidered, I think. If you're into that and if you're into the craftsmanship, I totally get it. But if you're not, and if you're just in it for like the Dior name, then I don't think it's worth it. I think that there are so many other totes out there that are more worth it, like the Fendi Sunshine Tote, the Chloe Woody Tote. I love that bag. I have that bag. Even the Gucci totes, I hope they're still around. If they are, great. If they're not, that sucks because I wanted one. But I just think there's so many other totes out there that are worth your money than the Dior Book Tote. Keeping with Dior, I think that the Dior Saddle Bag is no longer worth the money. I used to, again, love the Dior Saddle Bag. I see Alyssa Lenore wearing her saddle bag all the time. There's another couple of people that I follow on Instagram and YouTube that have saddle bags, and I just loved their vibe. I loved the look of them. They looked so cool, but now I still like it. I do like the look of the saddle bag. I used to hate it. I used to despise the look of the saddle bag. I thought it looked so dumb and like, what are you gonna fit in there? But then, of course, with other things on social media, I kept seeing it over and over and over again. And then eventually I was like, okay, I don't hate it. It doesn't look that bad. And then I was like, oh, I kind of like it, you know? And then eventually I was like, oh my God, I need it. And I never bought it. But now the oh my God, I need it has kind of like died down. So I still like it. I wouldn't buy it now. Never say never, but I wouldn't buy it right this second. Again, I just don't think it's worth the money anymore. That bag, again, it's been very hyped all over social media. A lot of people have it and a lot of influencers have it, and I think if you're gonna get something from Dior, I still would go with a Lady Dior. If you're not someone that loves that kind of like super girly, it's called Lady Dior, maybe get it in a black or something like that. That's the bag that I think Dior is the best at. I just don't think they're worth it anymore. They're so expensive. Let me just look up how much the Dior saddle bag is. New, because pre-loved I think is definitely less expensive. It's $3,800, and that is for, let's see, is that for the regular one? I don't know. I think it's for the normal, like medium size, regular size. $3,800, and you don't even get a strap. You have to pay an extra $1,200 to get the guitar strap. Nearly $5,000 for a bag that's like, it's great, but you know, it's not amazing. How much is the small Lady Dior? The small Lady Dior, the ABC Lady Dior, is $5,300. So definitely a little bit more expensive. But you get the leather, the canage leather. That's like Dior's like trademark. You already get a strap. It comes with a thicker, not guitar thick strap, but it comes with a decently sized, let me get mine. Here's mine. It comes with a pretty decently sized strap, and with the ABC Dior, you get these adorable little charms that you can customize and put on your bag, and the first 3 are free. And I personally just think even the small Lady Dior fits more than the saddle bag. Well, that's just my 2 cents. I think that the Lady Dior is definitely the better option over the saddle bag. Even though the saddle bag is considered a classic, there was a time when it did go out, and then I believe the new creative director, I forgot their name, they brought back the saddle bag. So there is a chance that the saddle bag could go out again. It is a classic style, it's been around for a while, but sick rhymes. But it could go back out. The Lady Dior is never going out, so I think that you should do the Lady Dior over the saddle bag, because I don't think the saddle bag is worth it anymore. Speaking of not worth it, the Louis Vuitton Pochette Accessoire, no ma'am. No, Louis Vuitton just in general is just becoming so unreasonable with their pricing. It is absolutely nuts. Yeah, here it is, the Pochette Accessoire. And this thing is $1,290 for a square. Like this is what the Pochette Accessoire looks like. I think this used to be like not even $1,000, like back a few years ago. I think it was like maybe 800 bucks, maybe even 600, like upper 600s, maybe 800. And now it is $1,200 for a square of monogram. Oh, I'm sorry, a rectangle. For a rectangle of monogram and a tiny little leather strap. No ma'am, no, I do not think that's worth it whatsoever. I think if you are into Louis Vuitton, I would recommend the Pochette Matisse. This little rectangle is $1,200, and then the Pochette Matisse, the regular monogram, is $2,570, but still, you get so much more bag for that. And also the Pochette Matisse is it's not a classic because it hasn't been around long enough to be a classic, but I just think it's so much better because I do think that the Pochette Matisse is going to become a Louis Vuitton classic. That bag is so popular right now, I don't think anything could stop it except maybe another recall. So yeah, if you're gonna do something from Louis Vuitton, what's another good one? I know there's another good one. Oh my god, yeah, how could I forget a Speedy? These things are so, and these are 100% classics from Louis Vuitton. You have like the Speedy 25, the mini, like the small ones. I love the small ones, they're my favorites. But the Speedy 25 is even cheaper than the Pochette Matisse, not even $1,500. And then the Nano Speedy is $1,760, and this is the cutest thing. I love this bag so much. I want this bag at some point. I don't know when, but just if I'm able to get this bag at some point before it becomes over $2,000, I'm gonna get it because it's so cute. Pretty much anything is better than the freaking Pochette Accessoire for $1,200. And we have another Louis Vuitton option, the Louis Vuitton Cousin bags. Yeah, these are 100% not worth the money. I saw the smaller of the two when they first came out, and it was $3,900 or $3,800, something like that. And they have already, it was the PM, I'm looking at it right now, and they have already increased the price by $1,000. It used to be in the 3,000s, and now it is $4,700. I do not think that is worth it in the actual slightest. And I like this bag. I know that I even said in one of my wish lists that I wanted this bag. I no longer want this bag. I haven't wanted this bag for a couple of months now, And I'm so glad that I did not get this bag when I wanted it, because I don't think that I'd be using it now. I loved it in the moment, and it would have 100% have been a impulse purchase. I'm not gonna buy it now. I don't see the hype anymore. I don't see the appeal anymore. And the last bag I have on the list today is going to be from Bottega Veneta, and that is going to be the cassette bag. Yes, I have actually never seen this bag in person, I don't think. I have only seen it online, but I have looked it up many a time, and I've never loved this bag. I've never thought, oh my god, I need that bag in my life, wow. I've always just looked at it and been like, oh, but $4,500 for something like this. I'm really sorry about the noise in the background. I think that the Bottega Veneta cassette bag has a lot of great colors. I think it's really nice. I just don't think it's worth $4,500. It's not that big. I don't think you can fit like that much in there. Like, it's not a massive bag. I think it's just very statement-y. It's very nice if you're into that. The cassette bag, I feel like, is gonna die away here in the next few months or so, the next year or something like that. But anyways, I'm so glad they stopped their yard work, and I think that's it for this video. I do apologize for the yard work that it happened, but yeah, let me know in the comments some bags that you also think that are totally not worth it. What did I miss? And tell me any of the bags on my list here that you actually think are worth it and why. I just want to know everything. Leave me a comment saying anything down below. But again, I really hope that you did enjoy the video. If you did, go ahead and click up the like button for me, and subscribe if you want to, and ding the little bell down there so that you're notified every time I upload. And you guys, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!